Hey y'all, I am getting ready to go on a trip, a solo travel trip. So I am going to Dallas, Texas from today's Thursday, so from Thursday to Sunday. I'm going to be going to the Women Evolve conference, which is created by Sarah Jakes Roberts. And I'm so excited because I absolutely love her. Like when I say I love her, like the way that she speaks and just, it's so inspiring. And I first saw her when I went to this conference a few years ago in Atlanta. I think it was called, I don't remember, but it's something that had to do, it was a connection to a magazine. Anyways, she spoke and I was like, who is this? And I started doing research, and so ever since then I've been following her. So I'm gonna go to her 2-day conference and get ready to pack my bags. Have to go pick up my wife because she's gonna take me straight to the airport. And yeah, I'll tune in with y'all soon. I'll tell you a little bit more about it and we'll catch up. Hey y'all, I have arrived at the hotel. Wanted to give y'all a little hotel tour. I am at the Hyatt Marriott. It's kind of cute. Settled in a little bit. I think I'm in downtown Dallas. I don't know if you guys can see. It's really pretty out. It's really simple. This is the bathroom. So I'm about to get settled in. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm really tired. The flight was good. Yeah, I'm just tired. I can't really think. I have a headache. I'm about to eat and go to bed. So I'll check in with y'all in the morning. Alright y'all, we are ready to go. It is now 8:50. Show y'all my little fit or whatever. The high waist flare jeans, a sweater, my shoes. I don't know if you can see them. My shoes, and I'm ready to go. Y'all, ain't gonna lie to you though. I forgot my edge control because I didn't think I could get it on the plane. I was supposed to get some before I got to the airport, but I didn't. So these edges are out here looking ghetto, but we gonna hide them, okay? All right, I'm gonna go get ready to go downstairs to the hotel to catch my Uber, and then I'm gonna go to the event.
Grow up like saying I want to be in ministry. Like it was something that kind of happened that I said yes to and surrendered to, even though I didn't feel qualified. And Woman Evolve is really like God's vision for my life. It's God's dream. Me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer, not my mother or not my sister, but it's me, oh Lord. I want my neighbor to get some, but I want to get some too.
Hey y'all, I am back at the hotel. Just washed my face. I'm breaking out, y'all. Anyways, so day 1 of Women Evolve was amazing. When I say amazing, like words cannot express just the feeling that was in that room. So the theme of the conference for this year was to exhale, meaning like what it sounds like, exhale. Like for the past 2 years, she was saying that during the pandemic we have been through so much, we've been holding our breaths, but now's the time to finally exhale. And just, I mean, that's honestly what we did, was exhale. Just the healing that took place in the room, just, hearing Sarah Jake Roberts speak, hearing the guests speak, just hearing their stories, and just being able to worship in a space of like women who are just ready to just break free and just exhale and release the things that we've been carrying for so long was so beautiful. I can honestly say that I left there feeling full, feeling free, feeling ready for tomorrow. If God can do all of that in just like 8 hours, well, I want to say 24 because it felt like I was there all day, which I pretty much was, that I can only imagine what he has in store for us tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie though, I am tired, like so tired. I woke up, y'all, this morning, last night after flying on the flight. I got here about like, I want to say like a little 9:30. I'm on Central Time, and I was tired, so I just went to bed. This morning I got up, I went downstairs. They're supposed to have a buffet, but they have this cute like restaurant, so I went and ate breakfast by myself, had a cute mimosa, came up here, got dressed, ready to go. Check-in for the event or registration is between like 8 and 9:45, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get dressed, leave at 9. Y'all, you know I am never on time for anything. If you watch my vlogs, you know that it is hard for me to get up on time, but this time I was excited. I was ready to go. I got up and I was gonna call my Lyft about 9. I was gonna go downstairs and do it. I was thinking about doing it before I got down there so I'd be ready, but thank God I didn't, because I was ready to go and the elevators were broken. I'm on the 17th floor, so when I got to the elevators, all the lights were on, like the arrows, they were all like lit up red. So I was like, okay, well maybe somebody ran through and pushed them all. So I was like, okay, well let me push the arrow that I need to go down. And I was waiting for a little bit, and after I waited for a little bit, somebody else came, and I was like, I think the elevators are broken. So we waited for a little bit, and so we're like, whatever. So I called the no, I was like, okay, well let me go down to the 16th floor, because I was on the 17th floor, to see if maybe this is just an issue with the 17th floor. So no, I called the front desk, and she was like, okay, thank you for calling, this is a confirmation that the elevators are broken. And I'm like, okay, so what are we supposed to, you know, like, what do you suggest, how long is it gonna take? She said, I honestly don't know, I'd probably suggest taking the stairwell. And I was like, the stairwell, 17 floors? And I was like, you know what, this is a test. I know it's a test, because I cannot miss this event. I did not fly all the way to Dallas, Texas by myself to miss this event. So I was ready. Look, this morning something told me to put my socks in my bag. I think it was God telling me, because you was gonna have to run a flight of stairs. So I was like, you know what, I got these heels on, I popped my socks on, put my shoes in my hand. I was like, I'm ready to go. We finna take 17 flights of stairs. The lady actually that was upstairs made me downstairs and asked me what they suggested, and I said, we're probably gonna have to take the flight upstairs now. We're like, okay, boom. So we were getting ready to go take them down. The flight of stairs for the emergency exit led to the roof, and I was like, well, what the heck? So we were checking in the stairwell, and that's the only way to go. And I'm like, so if there's an emergency, we're expected to go on the roof, whatever. So I was getting ready to call them. She was like, she's going back to the room. I was like, well, I got somewhere I need to be, so I need to figure out what's gonna happen. So on my way down, I was like, okay, well let me keep walking to see if there's some other set of stairs, because this cannot be the only flight of stairs. So I ran into this guy, and he met me by the elevator. I was like, the elevators are broken. He's like, okay, I think there's some stairs over here. So we went over there, and it was the staff stairs. So we went through the staff stairwell, getting ready to take a couple of stairs. I went from I was on the 16th floor. I know this story is long, but I appreciate y'all listening. But we went from the 16th to the 14th floor, and then we heard a ding. He was like, you know what, I'm tired of taking these stairs. I got somewhere to be. I gotta catch my flight. I think we should try to take the elevator. I was like, you know what, I'm going with you. I don't even care, because I got somewhere to be. I don't have time to be playing around. So thank you, Lord. We got on that elevator. It was still, the elevator for the staff elevator was working. We got down there, and I was able to catch my Uber. Needless to say, the crazy part of being in the event was a lot of people were saying that they had struggled trying to get to the event. And when Sarah Jakes Roberts was speaking, she was like, I know there's a lot of people who've been through a lot just to get here. And I thought about that experience, and a lot of people were saying that they had trouble with their flights, they had issues with just money and financial situations. And I was like, you know what, when the enemy sees that you're trying to better yourself, you're trying to do something and be in God's presence and improve yourself, he's gonna try to attack you in different ways. And I was like, thank you, Lord, that you stuck with me through this whole thing, because I'm really working on not giving up when challenges arise. But I knew that I came here for a reason, and I'm not going to allow any challenge to stifle me from actually just coming to this event, because I knew that a lot was weighing on me and that I needed to exhale. So that's what happened on today. I'll keep y'all posted for tomorrow. Definitely recommend, if you have not ever been to a Women Evolve event, to definitely come to next year. I know last year they were supposed to have it, but due to the pandemic they had to cancel. But you should definitely come. My nose itches. I made a decision to come with myself. I invited my friend, but she said she couldn't go, and I was like, you know what? I'm coming by any means necessary. I'm taking this flight, booking this hotel, and I am coming. So my face is swole, y'all. I'm tired. I ordered room service, waiting on that, about to eat, and about to KO, y'all. Like, about to knock out. I ordered some salmon. I think it's like blackened grilled salmon with broccoli. Then I got me a water and a Gatorade because I just feel dehydrated, y'all. So I got a cute little meal. I got salmon, broccoli. That's the longest piece of broccoli. I think this is quinoa lemon. And I got some Gatorade and water. About to smash. Right, y'all, I am up, ready to go. Day 2 of Women Evolve. And I'll check back in with y'all. About to go call my lift, and I'll see y'all there.
But I'm trying to get back to something that was established before I got here. Are you tracking with me? I'm after something. And the way that I get back to that something is through worship, because worship takes me from glory to glory to glory. Somebody shout, catch your breath.
Catch your breath. You carry that thing. You write the book. You make the song. You start the business. You do the nonprofit. It's in you. It's in you. And you gotta be willing to release what God put inside of you. You're not just in those rooms because you're talented. You're in those rooms because you got word. You're not in that room because you're beautiful. You're in that room because you got word. Why you got in the room is an excuse. Once you get in the room, release what God gave you so that lives can be changed.
Man, y'all, put on my bonnet, girl. I wasn't gonna come up here and talk because I'm tired and I just want to get in the bed, but the wrap of day 2 of Women Revolve, I had to tell y'all, like, it was so amazing, so freaking amazing. Like, just the power that Sarah Jake Roberts has is amazing. The power of the people connected to her family, everybody, like their ability to speak life into people, just being in that room with so many women. We shed tears, we healed, we just worshiped, we praised God, and we just, I don't know, it's just, I just feel good. I feel free. I walk away just feeling, I'm trying to get that glare off my glasses, oh well. I walked away feeling just whole and healed and complete and on my journey to healing. A big thing she talked about, which was the common thing ending the actual conference, can y'all see me, was now that you've healed spiritually, you're on this journey, you have this new perspective about life, how can you utilize what you've learned, and now that you transform yourself internally in your environment when you go back home. And one thing that really stuck with me throughout the duration was, like, God is with you everywhere you go, right? Sometimes we feel like we need to be in certain spaces and places to experience God, but we have to remember that He's with us at all times. I think that's something that I know, but it's not something that I consciously remember when I'm in times of just despair and lowness, and, you know, when I don't feel encouraged, when I feel fear and things like that. I forget that God is there with me, and just remembering to tap into Him at all times. It's just what I'm having to remember. Also, another thing I remember is that, like, sometimes we think just because we have God on our side that everything is going to be easy, right? Like, we're not going to experience challenges. We're not going to go through things in a sense of just not having to work hard for them. I just know for me, like recently, because I feel like God called me to full-time entrepreneurship, I thought that the process was going to be easy and that everything that I do was going to be fruitful because I knew God called me to it. But a lot of times God is not calling me to something for me to get the results that I'm looking for. He's not calling me to not be successful, but sometimes he'll call me to something and it's a lesson to learn. It may not be as successful, it may not be what I thought the outcome would be in my eyes, but God has a different plan to teach me to build character, so when I do reach the blessing that he has for me, I'll be ready and prepared for it. That's something I've been wrestling and tussling with God, because I feel like he called me to do something specific and I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor. I'm not getting the results that I want versus what God will have. And so now I'm kind of was resenting God prior to coming here, just about like, God, like, but you said this, like you had me do it, I literally did everything, but where is it God, where is the blessings? But I'm learning that he's preparing me. There's a lady named Dr. Anita Phillips. She's a therapist and she works closely with Women Evolve, and she was talking about how we think that just because God has called us to something, that, or called us to an experience, an assignment, a challenge, whatever the experience is, when he calls us to something, we think that it's going to be easy. We think that it's just going to be a quick results, right? So it's not. God is going to take you through the challenge. She said, think of the long go. I mean, no, what she say? She said, play for the long game, not for the short game. Meaning, when you, for example, me being in business, when I'm in business and let's say I have a project, I can't play for the short game to think that everything's going to work in my favor. I have to play for the long game. I have to think about long term what the results will be, because I'm going to stumble, I'm going to fall, I'm not going to be everything that's not going to always work out as I see fit. God is going to use different scenarios and assignments to show me and to build me up and things like that. Not to say I won't be successful in my business, but there's going to be challenges, and so I have to think of long term, that at the end of the day, a year from now I'm going to be in a different place. A year from now, you know, a few months from now, I'm going to be in a different place. So think about when you're going through an experience, an assignment, you're going to have highs and lows, but God is going to be with you every step of the way. You can get through it. Just like I had to tell myself what I'm currently going through, that I can get through it. God is always with me. Just because it's ugly right now doesn't mean that he's not with me. Even when it's beautiful, God's gonna be with me. So I hope that makes sense. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about it. If you do have any questions, I can make a separate video, but I just had to get that off my heart. I'm gonna wash my face, then get in the bed. Y'all have to get up at 5 tomorrow to catch this flight. I don't know why the hell I did this. My flight is at 8, but yeah, I don't know, I'm just tired. So I'll see y'all in the morning.
Going down.
Y'all, I am back at home. We have, excuse me, can I talk to the camera? Would you like to say hello? No? Okay, bye-bye. I just need my time. Y'all, I am back home in Charlotte. I didn't just get back. I'm back home in Charlotte from my weekend in Dallas, and I just feel so full. Like, Women Evolved has like changed my life forever. Like, today is Monday and usually I would be like working, but I honestly just wanted to take this day to just soak it all in, take care of myself. I'm like literally whole. I'm literally at peace. I'm literally like soaking in God's goodness, that I literally feel like I need to do nothing today, and realize that self-care is important. And that's something that we were taught during Women Evolve, was that taking care of yourself needs to become a priority before you can actually pour into other people. And I honestly feel like when they say, you know, make sure your cup is full before you pour into people, make sure that, you know, you're not pouring from an empty cup. And I can honestly say I feel full. I feel like there was times in my life where I lived off that mantra, but I think I just did it to make sure that I was complete for other people, so that way when I do give myself to my audience, to my family, to my friends, to my spouse, I am enough. But I'm realizing, like, wholeness, it just feels so different. I don't know. I guess just being in that room, connecting with other women that were just healing, and just some type of healing took place. Just watching women just get, like, healed from their trauma. Just my spirit, like, literally, like, just worshiping and stuff like that. It just made me feel complete. And, like, since yesterday, I woke up, like, my soul was still singing, if that makes sense. Like, just singing thank you God, like different songs from the retreat, not the retreat, different songs from the conference were just still in my soul. Like, y'all ever wake up and y'all still have a song in my head? That's how it was for me. And I was just still singing, like my spirit was still singing praises to God. And I'm just like at peace, because usually when I don't, on Mondays, like when I hit the week, I feel chaos. I feel like I need to get everything done. I feel like there's this anxious pressure. And I think that's stipulations that I put on myself. But now that I'm sitting in self-care and taking a day off and I'm not feeling those pressures. I don't feel anxious. I don't feel obligated to do anything. So, and I feel like that's okay. I don't even know if I'm going to post this, because this is just my random thoughts after my weekend on the Monday coming back. But I just feel so good. If you had not had the opportunity to go to the event, I definitely recommend that you watch out for the platform, because I know usually it drops ways that you might be able to watch even though you weren't able to attend. So I would definitely recommend that you tap into that, because these sessions, these sermons, oh my gosh, like so amazing. I can't even put into words the experience, because that's how amazing it was. Like, it's just like Sarah Jakes Roberts, like, I mean, she is just a powerhouse. And just seeing her family and how much power they have together, and just how much God is working through them, it's just like, wow. Ain't gonna cry, y'all. I'm emotional. I feel like I'm gonna cry a little bit, because it's just like, wow, like God's goodness is so great. And just being able to see the blessings that they have, and you know, the blessings that they were able to give people. And they were able to, you know, one young lady, she was coming from, so it's in Dallas, Texas. She lives in another part of Texas, and she had to drive hours, and her car was stuck on the side of the road. And I believe that Sarah Jakes Roberts has another community separate from like her exclusive community on Facebook, and they kind of, the girls within that community helped her out and gave her money, got her car towed and stuff like that. And then at the conference, they purchased her a car, y'all. They got her a car. And I mean, she was so, like, you can only imagine like being in that situation where, you know, you're struggling, you're going through so much, like you're just trying to do better for yourself. She just wanted to get to the conference, and still she felt like, you know, the world and the odds were against her, because her car broke down and, you know, her tire was flat. She didn't have any money, but she stepped out of herself to ask for help. And that was something that she struggled with, to ask for help. But she asked for help, and the community helped her. The women in those community helped her, and she was able to get there. And not only that, just by her reaching out to Sarah and telling her, like, look, I'm trying to get there, but I need help, like, and finally getting there. And I don't know, my words all over the place, because it's just like an awe, but like just getting there. And she was so selfish enough to help her, not just financially, but she bought her a car. It was just, ooh, it was just so amazing just to see like people be healed and delivered, and just like their trauma, like the trauma was real, and just the beauty of people in that room. Woo, y'all, I'm still on that high. So, woo, I really just wanted to tell y'all, like, if y'all are in the process of healing, get you a community. Like, get a community. Like, get people around you that support you. I'm out here. Sorry, y'all. Get you a community of people that are gonna support you, because there's nothing like it. Like, God will send people to you that are there for you, but you have to open up and be like, I need help. And that's something I struggled with for like the longest, was like, I need to be the strong friend. I'm always there for everybody, but no one's really there for me. And so now that I'm shifting and I'm healing and I'm realizing that self-care is my priority and wholeness is my priority, and that I won't have it all together, but if I need help, I can ask for help. And there's people around me, and God is sending people in my life to create a community of people that support me. So if you need help, just ask. It's okay. And if you don't have any, pray for God to send you those people. He might even reveal at least 1 or 2 people. You don't need to have a, you know, a group of girls. You don't need to have, you know, it's okay if it's 1, 2 people, even 1 person, even if it's people and community that you feel, you know, connected to online. People are there. There's some type of support there that is out there for you. I know this video is random. I'm just really pouring my heart out because it's just my afterthoughts of the event, but just like the main things I walked away from was, it's important to take care of yourself, you know, and the journey to healing and to experiencing wholeness isn't just about, it's not easy. It's a journey. It's not about getting to the destination of being complete, getting to the destination of being wholly healed, being to the destination of fully loving yourself. It's really just a journey, and God is with you every step of the way. And as long as you're open with God and honest, and you allow yourself to experience his love, it'll make your experience through life, through the journey of healing, different. I also took that, you know, as we are here on earth, that we need to take care of ourselves, take care of our spirits, and that means setting boundaries. That means another particular thing that Dr. Anita Phillips said while she was talking about self-care was stop, what did she say? Stop, damn, you are overworking yourself. Stop giving people permission to need you. That's not the exact words, but stop giving people the permission to need you, because a lot of times we're running on empty, but our value is connected to helping people. She said, who told you that availability was a love language, right? You being available to help people is not a love language. Your need to feel like that you need to help a bunch of people to be valuable, or, you know, you feeling like you're worth nothing unless you're doing something for others, that is not true. So you need to stop inviting yourself to help these people when we be like, oh, if you need anything, just let me know. You really don't want to help them. That means there's instances that you do, but sometimes when we say that, we don't mean that, and we know that we don't have the capacity. So stop inviting people to need you. If there's someone that always come to you specifically for one thing, the way that you can do, you know, not have them need you all the time is with Nedra. She actually wrote a book. Y'all, this is all bits and pieces. But there's a lady named Nedra. Basically, she wrote this book called Setting Boundaries. Can't remember her name, but I will put it down here at the bottom. But she basically talked about availability not being a love language. And she also talked about working yourself out of a job, not a physical like 9-to-5 job, but she's saying like when people come to you for needing something, they are providing you with a task. A lot of times when people are always needing us, we may not have the capacity. So the way that you create those boundaries is to work yourself out of that job of being needed. So she explained like, okay, she's always the friend that people call because they need help for tech stuff, like tech savvy. She's like, I'm not really a tech savvy person. Why are these people always calling me? And she realized instead of blaming them, she had to blame herself because she gave them permission to need her all the time. So she said the way that you do it is you work yourself out of being needed. So by doing that and setting the boundaries, it went blurry on me. By setting boundaries, you are saying, hey, I'm going to teach you how to do this so that way you no longer need me. Not saying it verbatim so you no longer need me, but you walk them through it and you show them how, so that way moving forward when things happen, they're not going to need you. Or you outsource support, right? So you don't know how to do it. Maybe you say, hey, such and such might know how. Send them somewhere else. Or other than that, tell them to simply Google, because a lot of times when people ask us how to do stuff and we don't know how, we take it on anyway, but we find out ourselves by simply researching in Google. So just tell whoever's asking you, girl, look that thing up. So y'all, I learned so much. I'm just so happy and so full. I wish I could like verbally fully express the experience. It's so hard. The only thing I can do is encourage you to go to Women Evolve 2022, because I'm gonna be up in that room, and I'm hoping to bring some girls with me, because I went by myself this year, but I'm hoping that I'm able to bring people with me next time to experience it, because it's just like a gift from God, literally. Like it's just so amazing. So thank y'all for, you know, taking this little trip with me on my vlog. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This is my first solo trip in a while. The last time I was on a trip by myself, outside of like going to see family, what I consider a solo trip is something that's specifically for me. Not going to go visit anyone, just going to a location and just doing stuff for me, whether I just want to sit there and be still and do nothing, whether I want to explore. I haven't done anything like that for me since 2017, when I went to Los Angeles, California to go to styling school. Like, I went out there by myself for like 2 weeks, learned, soaked up education, and just explored. And then I really wasn't by myself until, no, that was 2016. I wasn't really by myself until the following year of 2017, when I moved out to LA by myself. And that's when I really was like in my space of solitude. But I have been yearning to just be by myself and just like, you know, like, it's nothing like, to me, I love, like, I grew up an only child. I am so independent, and I enjoy being by myself. I enjoy like sitting in solitude. Yes, I get these things at home when my wife goes to work, but there's nothing like just being, right? Sometimes we, you know, the world is coming at us and it's chaotic, and we're like, I just want to go somewhere and just be. And that's what I got to do. I did something for myself. I went on a trip specifically to grow spiritually and to heal. I invested in myself. And that's what I talk about when I say invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. If you're thinking about taking a solo trip to Germany, to Mexico, do it. It's worth it. Don't feel bad if you leave, you know, your spouse and the kids. It's okay, because a lot of people were asking me like, why'd you go by yourself? Or they'll ask my wife like, why did you first of all, she ain't let me do nothing. I'm a grown woman. So but they're like, why did you go by yourself? Like, why didn't your wife go with you? Because for me, the foundation of our relationship was built on establishing that we're individuals. We have our own dreams and ambitions. Not saying we don't have our own ambitions together, but it's important that when you are in a relationship, marriage, long-term, short-term, that you understand you guys are two individuals, right? This is going so left field. This video is all over the place, but we are two individuals. Everything that we do does not have to be together. And in order for us to come together as a whole, we have to be whole individually. That means that means as we exist in our relationship, now that we are married, as we exist in our marriage, we have to fill our own cups up. We have to go on our own journeys of healing. That means if I need to go on a solo trip to heal myself, or to be by myself, to take care of myself, my wife supports me 100%. If she wanted to go to Thailand somewhere and do something for herself, if she wanted to do something by herself, that's completely okay. And I think that we need to have more conversations about this, because I think around the society is just like, yeah, you're in a marriage, but you can't have time to yourself. You can't do stuff by yourself. They guilt you for trying to take care of yourself, especially when it comes towards surrounding like Black women or just women in general. Like, we can't take time to ourselves because we're responsible for our families, but that's not true. In order for me to actually show up for my family and be there and support them, I have to be whole within myself. And me and my wife first got together, I let her know, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, independence is a blessing and a curse. Like, I was so like driven and so like independent, so like about me, and I was so like focused on I can get it myself, that when we got together, it was hard for me to say I needed help. It was hard for me to say, can you come with me to do this? And then also in other aspects, you know, just independence just has a lot of things surround it, but also the independence, the positive thing is that I'm okay by myself and I'm fine. I enjoy my me time. I'm okay to sit with my thoughts. I'm okay to do things by myself. And to me, that is also a blessing, because I don't feel like I'm dependent on people to do things for me, or, you know, to help me feel valued, stuff like that. There's a whole nother video, but I just think it's important that if you're in a relationship, married, 3 months, 2 months, 6 years, however, that you have your own identity. You understand that, yes, we are a union, yes, we are together, but we are separate individuals. And in order for this relationship to work, I have to be whole within myself. I cannot rely on my partner to do the work for me, to fill me up, to heal me, to value me. I have to value myself, because they have their own stuff. They have their own stuff that they're healing from. They have their own stuff that they're going through in life. Yes, you can be supportive to them, but you know that you cannot heal someone. They have to do their own work, emotional work, mental work, all that stuff. Yes, we are together, we're a unit, but we don't move better unless we are full within ourselves. And I cannot rely on my wife to fill me up. I cannot rely on my friends, my family. I have to do it myself. And that's something that I really wanted to get back to, because I think within the pandemic, just, you know, you're with people all the time. We couldn't really do much. We weren't really going anywhere because of just, you know, just everything in the world, and just life for the past 2 years has been crazy. So like, I am now prioritizing that I do take time to myself. Like, even I don't have to go on a trip, even if it's a day, like I just need to sit and just be. Because I know as my life progresses and we start having kids and stuff like that, life is gonna change, but I always want to prioritize my self-care. So this is it for y'all. This is a long video, but y'all, I came up with a name just now. I know what I'm gonna call y'all. I'm gonna call y'all the Thrive Tribe. What's up, Thrive Tribe? Period. I love it. If y'all like it, let me know. Like, we the Thrive Tribe. Period. Because we're thriving. We are living our lives. We are trying to live our best lives. We're starting businesses. We're breaking generational curses. We are experiencing financial freedom, building generational wealth. We are thriving as bosses. We are the Thrive Tribe. Period. Yes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Ignore the bags back there. We went grocery shopping. But not to put them up. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I appreciate y'all.